YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Nadra coming back at y'all with yet another video. And yes, you saw the title. Today I'm going to be talking about preventing injuries. Let's go. Now, as someone who's been in the gym a very long time, over 8 years, I definitely know how being injured could definitely plague your workouts. It could prevent you doing certain exercises that you love. It could cause pain in your everyday life. So we want to prevent these as much as possible and try to avoid them. So what I did is I came up with an essential 5 tips to help you prevent injuries. This could be used for beginners to actually prevent injuries before they even happen, and also for advanced lifters to even cure some ailments that you have currently, or if you don't have any, just preventing them in general. So without further ado, let's get it. The first one I have is stretching. Now, stretching can have a lot of benefits when you actually do it. A couple of them I'm about to name is it increases muscle blood flow. It can help you move through a full range of motion better. And obviously, like this video suggests, it can prevent injuries. Now, when people actually stretch, a lot of times they don't do it for a very long time, especially if they're weightlifters. I know me in the beginning of my career, I will only stretch for like maybe 5 minutes, and I'm like, all right, it's time to get to this workout. Let's go hit the bench. This is not what you want to do. My suggestion is, which really helped me out, is I set a separate time other than the gym to actually do my stretching. So I'll go to the gym for 1 hour. I'll do my warm up, what I'm going to talk about a little bit later. But I do my warm up and then I start my sets. I go home and then I find time in the day to do 30 minutes to an hour worth of stretching. It could be in the form of yoga or just regular stretching, just stressing out the muscles that's actually hurting you at the moment. You can also use foam rollers. You can look that up. They're very helpful at relieving soreness and relieving tension that's in your muscles. But anything you can do separate from just your actual workout to where stretching will definitely benefit you and help you prevent injuries. The next one I have is correcting bad form. Now, this is the thing that a lot of people who are beginners in the gym have a problem with. They don't research the exercises properly and they end up doing them wrong. Big ones that I see are the deadlift. I see people doing the squat wrong. The biggest thing I see most of all is people curling their back, and that puts extra tension on the back muscles, which you're not supposed to have at all. It could cause strain. As you see, I don't know if you saw, but people have bicep tears. I'm gonna put it up in the video. But people have bicep tears, they don't focus on their form right. They start kind of curling their arm up instead of focusing on the right form, typically when you're lifting heavy weights. But regardless, if you keep your form straight, you will help prevent injuries as much as possible. That's why when I look at injuries, I see how it happens, and then I try to not mimic their behaviors to actually not make it happen to myself. And honestly, the best way I could see you practicing correct form is if you're not strong enough and you haven't done the workout enough to actually do the weight yet, lower the weight, really work on your form. I also did this with my squat. I got up to like 405 pounds. I felt like my squat wasn't deep enough, so I brought it back down to 225 and really focused on honing in on that form to making sure I have it right where I want to be, so I'm preventing injuries, and also in the course of that, doing the right squat. The next one we have on the list is muscle imbalances. Now, unlike the other things on the list where it's very easy to spot because you obviously know that you have bad form or you're not stretching enough, muscle imbalances are a lot harder to identify. The biggest thing I see is people are not doing equal workouts for their push and pull movements. So let's take, for instance, they're pushing with their chest, doing the bench press all the time, but they're not really spending time on strengthening the rows. This could cause a muscle imbalance and could cause strain in your muscles. Also, things which I did personally, I did a lot of deadlifts, but at the same time on the downward motion, I wouldn't be holding it. I would kind of drop it, and that wouldn't give my hamstrings enough strength to really recover and actually get stronger during the deadlift motion, which made my hamstrings weak and actually causes more injuries. So what you want to do is make sure that you balance out your muscles. You can do this by varying exercises, understanding the opposite pull to the push of your exercise. Whatever you do, just make sure you're aware of this. And if you identify a muscle imbalance, try your best to strengthen it. So the next tip that I have for y'all is make sure that you warm up before a workout. Now, I mentioned this earlier. This is one of my pre-game rituals. What I do when I actually go into the gym, I always make sure that I warm up before I actually hit my heavy weights. So one thing I actually see people do is they'll jump straight to the heavy weights that they think that they're going to do their whole workout on. That's totally wrong. You absolutely want to warm up to the weight. If you ever watch professional lifters when they're about to hit their max set, they'll always warm up with lower weights so their muscles can adjust. And also, if you notice as well, usually your strongest set isn't the first one. Usually it's the one second or third, because your muscles get acclimated to the weight so they can actually push more efficiently. So whatever you do, just make sure that you warm up, because the last thing you want to do is have cold muscles going into the workout and your muscles aren't ready to contract, and then you end up snapping something or pulling something and you got to go to the doctor. So work on your warm-ups. The last thing we have is time of recovery, and this could also fall under the umbrella of overtraining in general, but I'm going to focus on the things you do on a weekly basis, not like a monthly accruing thing. So when you go into the gym, typically you want to have a 48-hour rest period between the time that you hit the muscle. So let's say you hit chest on Monday, you usually don't want to go back until Wednesday. If you do this earlier, chances are you're going to put a lot of strain on your muscle that it's not really ready for. There are some programs out there where you squat every day or you bench every day, but overall, if you see your body responding bad to this, you have to make the adjustment and say, you know what, I'm not giving my muscles enough time to recover. Some people could do this kind of by ear or feeling, but if you can't do that, just make sure that you give your muscles a 48-hour rest period. You're stretching, all these things will help you with recovery in general. But overall, you want to make sure that your body has plenty of time to recover so it doesn't overexert itself. But those are the tips for y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching the video. Make sure if you like the video, hit the like button. Make sure if you like my content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm coming out with more content every single week. Fitness, finance, self-care, anything you can think of, it's going to be right on this channel, so stay tuned. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. You want to be notified every time I post a video. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.